it's like the genie is out of the bottle, right? The tech is real.
Hey guys, Jeff with Axel, and I'm here with Ray. I'm meeting all sorts of interesting people here at the Toronto Blockchain Impact Summit, and thank you for coming in. You actually live here in Toronto,
Yes,
right?
I do, yeah.
So tell me about the company that you're with and what you're doing here at the summit.
So I'm with the Alchemy.io, and between myself and 3 other partners, most of the time we've had different deals in the cryptocurrency space. Currently things are pretty slow, so a lot of things what we're doing right now is, keep doing due diligence on the projects that we've invested before, and see what else is out there, right? Like one of the most important things that we look for right now is usage.
Right.
Everybody talks about, this blockchain can revolutionize this industry or that industry, but when it really comes down to it, right, they raise some money, where's the usage, right? Like how do you actually get people to use these products? So basically we're mostly focused on doing due diligence and figuring out where is the usage.
And do you and your partners still feel confident in the cryptocurrency space, given the fluctuation of the market this year?
It's like the genie is out of the bottle, right? The tech is real.
Yeah.
Now, how will people leverage it? That's a different story. But the tech is real. The people in this industry are real. Maybe like yourself with a different background. I think there's a moment where people it clicks for them. It clicks for them, and they're like, okay, this is big. I don't know how this is gonna play out. At least the people who are aware of, their knowledge, they'll say, I don't know how this is gonna play out, but I think this is big. I think there's something here. Even with the fluctuation in the market, we still believe in it.
Speaking of big,
Yeah.
banks are big.
Yeah.
Amazon is big. Facebook.
Yeah.
Instagram, Craigslist, all these companies that people use out of convenience
Right.
every day in their lives.
Right.
Do you think that those companies are due for a fall pretty soon when blockchain really starts to emerge and people start to realize that they have a lot of other options?
You know what? I'll give an example, right? Like, say for example, if you are kind of familiar with online commerce, like e-commerce.
Yes.
If you dig in a little bit, you'll notice like some brands comes out of nowhere and they'll get like $3 to $5 million revenue this year. And the reason they're doing that is because they're leveraging social media. And they're kind of pushing their brand differently than the other brands who are doing it. Similarly, the big incumbents, right, they have their own way of doing things. They're innovating. Like I'm pretty sure that every major bank in North America has an innovation center. And they hire people in-house, and it's almost like a startup environment where these people innovate. Now, do they actually adopt that? Right? From my experience looking at different, companies, insurance companies, they hesitate. Right? They hesitate because for them, there's a lot of cost in losing, and not much in winning. Right?
Right.
So for them, what they're going to do probably is wait for startup to catch up and go acquire them. Now, is the question at that time is going to be, is the startup willing to sell? Right? If they're like, I don't want to sell, I'm actually just going to take everything. Right? So that's going to be interesting.
I gave you an idea of what Axel is doing.
Yep.
We already have an established customer base
Yep.
to the tune of 2 million on our app. We have 100 employees across the world.
Yep.
In India, China, and Ukraine. We have a staff of roughly 80 developers. And so we already have a very large platform to spring off of.
Yeah.
We're developing our own exchange, using blockchain and Axel token to fuel that economy, our own economy, that will ultimately be given to the users so that they have ultimate control over their files, their data. They can monetize it, they can sell it, they can exchange it. It's peer to peer. So based on that analysis, how do you feel about what we're doing?
I would have to see, you probably have some sort of literature, some sort of technical documents. Really, I think at this stage of this game, it's not anymore where you have a white paper. Obviously you guys have some users, so that's a good thing. Next thing I would say is if you guys have the resources, just release it and see if there's adoption, right? Once you have adoption, once there's proven, because what's difficult now is, people start to realize that, okay, I'm gonna create my own economy. So the next step is, all right, are my economic incentive done properly, right? Like, am I actually incentivize my user to participate properly, right?
Right.
So, say for example, you take Steemit or some other what do you call them? Like a social
Platform.
social platform, crowdfunding platforms. People get paid directly.
Yeah.
So then what people do is that they come on the platform and they would just do things for money.
Right.
But then you go on YouTube because you want to watch good content.
Yes.
Right? So some people might kind of like put good content second, put money first. Right? So I don't know. Like Steemit, there's actually real usage. But at the same time, if you really look at the content, it's a different type of content. Right? So you see, I think the best case here is really like if you guys have the resources already, like 100 people across the world, you have some money in the coffers, you have 2 million users, just get them to use it and see how this works. And as you prove your way, it's a lot easier to get investors' money.
And that's good timing for us because we just launched Axel Pay,
Cool.
Which is the next big phase
Yeah.
of the entire project, allowing people to monetize their digital content with no third parties. Thank you for talking to us.
Thanks.
I appreciate
Thanks.
that, and we'll have a lot more from Toronto straight ahead.